Imagine waking up every morning surrounded by freezing water, with no bridge, no road, and almost no chance of freedom. Welcome to Alcatraz, the prison that became one of America's darkest legends. Located on a lonely island in San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz wasn't an ordinary prison. It was where the U.S. government sent criminals no other prison could control. Gangsters, bank robbers, and violent offenders all ended up behind its concrete walls. What made Alcatraz so terrifying wasn't just the guards or the bars, it was the isolation. Prisoners could see the bright lights of San Francisco just across the bay. Freedom looked incredibly close. Yet the freezing water, powerful currents, and constant surveillance made escape seem impossible. But Alcatraz didn't begin as a prison. In the mid-1800s, during the California Gold Rush, the island served as a military fortress protecting San Francisco Bay. Later, the U.S. Army turned it into a military prison. Then, as crime exploded during the Great Depression, the federal government transformed it into a maximum security prison in 1934. Its mission was simple: hold the most dangerous prisoners in America. Life inside was brutally strict. Inmates were entitled to only 4 basic rights: food, clothing, shelter, and medical care. Everything else had to be earned through good behavior. Most prisoners lived alone in tiny concrete cells. Their days followed the same routine, with strict discipline, constant surveillance, and very little conversation. Those who broke the rules were sent to the dreaded isolation cells, known as the Hole, where darkness and loneliness pushed many prisoners to their mental limits. Perhaps the cruelest punishment was the view. Every day, inmates could see the city lights of San Francisco and sometimes even hear music drifting across the water. Freedom was visible, but forever out of reach. Alcatraz housed some of America's most notorious criminals. Al Capone, once the most powerful gangster in Chicago, lost all his influence inside these walls. Machine Gun Kelly, one of America's most feared kidnappers, became just another inmate. Robert Stroud, famously known as the Birdman of Alcatraz, never kept birds on the island, despite his nickname. Inside Alcatraz, every prisoner was treated exactly the same. No reputation, no wealth, and no power mattered. For years, officials insisted that no one could escape. Then, in June 1962, 3 inmates challenged that belief. Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin spent months secretly digging through the walls of their cells using homemade tools. They hid their work behind painted cardboard panels, built an inflatable raft from more than 50 stolen raincoats, and created lifelike dummy heads using soap, plaster, toilet paper, and real human hair. On the night of June 11th, they placed the fake heads on their beds, climbed through the hidden passage, reached the shoreline, and disappeared into the darkness. The next morning, the prison was in lockdown. The FBI launched one of the largest manhunts in its history. Parts of the homemade raft and a few personal belongings were found, but the 3 prisoners were never seen again. Did they drown in the freezing waters, or did they accomplish the greatest prison escape in American history? Although the FBI concluded they most likely drowned, no bodies were ever recovered. That mystery remains unsolved to this day. Interestingly, the escape wasn't the reason Alcatraz closed.
By the early 1960s, operating the prison had become extremely expensive. Everything from food and fuel to drinking water and building materials had to be transported by boat. The harsh ocean environment also caused severe damage to the aging buildings. So, on March 21, 1963, Alcatraz officially closed after nearly 29 years of operation. The remaining prisoners were transferred, leaving the island silent for the first time in decades. Today, Alcatraz is one of America's most famous tourist attractions. Millions of visitors walk through its empty cell blocks every year, exploring the place that once symbolized fear, isolation, and maximum security.
Yet one question still refuses to disappear. Did Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers die in the icy waters of San Francisco Bay? Or did they become the only men to successfully escape Alcatraz? Perhaps we'll never know. History gives us evidence, but not always the answers. What do you think really happened on that unforgettable night in June 1962? Share your theory in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Liberty Lens, and join us again for more untold stories, forgotten history, and fascinating mysteries. Thanks for watching.